Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Lashley. This is the final week of FTH 223 hammer fired pistols. The pistol I will be showing you today is the SAR B6, and it is free and clear. The magazine is out. No ammo. The breech is clear. So when doing a functions check, you can check many things like make sure that the trigger works in double action, make sure it works in single action, make sure that the pistol fires, hold the trigger back, recock, let off, hear it click. And again, make sure that everything functions properly, safety on, safety off, safety does not engage the trigger, will not allow the hammer to come back. External things, you would make sure that your magazine is working properly. You would check all the outer areas to make sure that there's no dents or any problems with pins. Make sure that the sights are good to go. Make sure all the magazine release button, the trigger, everything on the frame is working properly. And then I'll go ahead and field strip it and show you the internals, what we're looking for to make sure the overall health is good. So once we have it field stripped, I would check the slide rails, make sure there's no wear, uneven wear or excessive wear. I would make sure that the firing pin and everything that's protruding at this point here is okay, and where the hammer would strike is fine. Make sure that where the barrel and the guide rod exit, that they're not bent out of shape or out of the how round they are, so not egg shaped or oblong. I would check the guide spring, guide rod and the spring, make sure that they are straight and functional. Checking the frame, make sure that the hammer is not bent and not worn. Make sure that all the trigger components and the ejector, everything is working as advertised, and there's nothing lodged or damaged or any excessive wear on any of the internal rails. Basically, these are plastic rails on the front here. Make sure that they're all intact. All right, so that's pretty much the function, checking the health of the pistol. Went through the barrel, checked had the barrel, check for pitting, check the crown, check the bore, make sure that everything is good, and the feed ramp, make sure it's polished and smooth. And double check that there's nothing, any corrosion or anything like that. So. Moving on, part 2, 10 things that I learned is the assembly and disassembly of the firearm, trigger weight test, number 2. Number 3, headspace, checking the headspace check, go and no go. Number 4, history of the Glock, and hammer fired, not the Glock, the SAR. And hammer fired technology and how far back it goes. I like learning history of pistols. Next, learning cycle operations. A lot of people don't think that there's 8 dealing with pistols, but there is. Everything will fall into place. Understanding what ammunition is used on hammer fired pistols and the operation of the blowback system. Going over gunsmithing ethics and shop setup, and what I know I got out of numbering these, there's roughly 10, close to 10, but gunsmithing ethics, sub-assemblies and critical measurements, shop safety and firearm handling safety. Those are all the top 10 items that I really enjoyed learning over this course, this class. Part 3, the last part, I know this is a pretty quick video, but it is my final with SDI. I really enjoyed working in these classes, and I'm really going to miss it. But until we find something else dealing with guns that accepts the GI Bill, then this will be my final one, getting my gunsmithing certification, then doing the pistol specialist courses was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. Anyways, moving on, part 3. Identify a modification that I would like. I would like to add windows to my slide. I have several pistols that I would like to maybe add a few windows to the slides and kind of trick them out a little bit. And not only that, but for functionality. Reduce weight, overall weight of the firearm, and also cool the firearm, the barrel faster. But also, if you can add compensators or anything to the ends, that helps out the firing method. I think with the proper tools, it's about a 30-minute job. If you have the machines to cut, to secure cut, and then properly machine the windows out, I think 30 minutes. So that's a lot of startup costs, getting the right machines to do that. But if you can get the right machines and then start an actual service, you might find that you can order or receive orders online. I've seen a lot of online orders, companies that are offering this now, and they're offering it as low as $25 or $20 without coding. So I would say I would charge $25. And this does align with the industry right now. There's not a service right now for this in town that specifically does firearms, but I do know people in machine shops locally that could do it, as long as you gave them the exact specs of what you wanted done. There's a website, jagerworks.com, that I found, and they do for $20, and it's 3 to 4 week turnaround. They actually have a lot of options that you can pick from. Windows or on the side or on the top or multiple, just depending on what you wanted. They also do ported barrels and things like that. So that's pretty much it for this week. Really enjoyed hammer fired pistols, and look forward to working on more pistols in the future and learning more about gunsmithing in general. But again, final class, signing off. Semper Fi.